2026, the year your favorite fighter probably lost. This year has been filled with the craziest outcomes and upsets in recent UFC history, and we're only halfway through the year. It seems as if every big name is losing in the sport right now. Paddy Pimblett in January, Diego Lopez in February, Max Holloway and Israel Adesanya in March, Hamza Chimaev in May, Ilia Topuria, Alex Pereira in June, Conor McGregor in July. And yes, some of these superstars were undefeated, while others already had pre-existing losses. And some of these losses were insane upsets where no one thought they would lose. No superstar is safe. Except maybe one. Paddy Pimblett earned his first championship opportunity early this year in January for a chance at the interim lightweight belt against Justin Gaethje. To make the stakes even higher, not only was this Paddy's first ever main event, but this was also the first ever event in the Paramount era. Now the spotlight is nothing new to Paddy. He's been in it for quite some time now. And sure, he was a great mixed martial artist, but a lot of it had to do with his persona and funny accent to many. He was rocking a really goofy hairstyle with funny mic skills, and it was really hard to take him serious, even though he could literally kill 99% of the world's population with his bare hands. And ever since entering the UFC in 2021, his name has only held more weight over time, going on a 7-fight undefeated win streak in the UFC up until January of 2026. Not only was he a funny character, but he was also pretty good at this fighting thing. And even though he closed as the favorite against Justin Gaethje, I personally just thought Justin Gaethje would be a little bit too much for Paddy. An experienced Justin Gaethje that has seen almost everything in the UFC against an unexperienced Paddy Pimblett, whose best win was against Michael Chandler. Yeah, Gaethje is knocking him out easily, is what I thought. Even though Paddy would lose against Gaethje, he would show absolute heart and relentlessness, something that many doubted he possessed. Although he lost fairly clearly by decision, Paddy showed no quit and put on arguably the fight of the year against a Justin Gaethje who would go on to actually knock out the then lightweight champion at the time in Ilia Topuria. So even though Paddy lost, he somehow won at the same time. After Justin Gaethje's upset win against Ilia Topuria, it was revealed that that actually motivated Paddy Pimblett. It made him realize he was a lot closer to gold than many realized. Now this may just be pointless MMA math, but if Paddy could survive 5 rounds against Justin Gaethje, but Ilia Topuria couldn't survive 5 rounds against Justin Gaethje, what does that tell you? Paddy is actually better than we thought. 1 month later, Paddy, coming off his first UFC loss, would face another tough test and number 5 ranked Benoit Saint-Denis. BSD was coming off a career resurgence with a 3-fight win streak with 3 straight finishes against ranked opponents. Now at the time, Paddy's best win was a number 7 ranked Michael Chandler, who realistically shouldn't have been ranked in the top 10, but that's a different discussion for a different day. However, he made that win look easy, finishing Chandler with ground and pound in round 3, but now this was a brand new test. How would Paddy respond after a loss? Would he learn from that Gaethje loss and become an even better fighter, or would he let that loss break him? Well, all it took to find out was 10 seconds. 10 seconds in, BSD shoots for a takedown, and Paddy would take him to the ground, absolutely dominating him and ending the fight in 51 seconds. After months of training, it took 51 seconds for Paddy Pimblett to make a statement win to get back in the win column. And just like that, the Paddy Pimblett stock has never been higher. And that now brings us to the current day where all of these superstars are coming off losses. Ilia Topuria loss, Alex Pereira loss, Hamzat loss, Conor McGregor loss, Paddy Pimblett win. The UFC needs Paddy Pimblett. If you saw his walkout, it wouldn't take long for you to realize why so many fans gravitate towards him. He's got a fun and wild personality while making it look easy in the octagon. In fact, his banger of a walkout was literally longer than the fight itself, which honestly I didn't mind considering Paddy has one of the sickest walkouts in the game. And I didn't catch this, but after the fight, the arena was playing Wonderwall and Paddy was literally singing along with the crowd. Bro literally submitted and made a former French military ops member go out unconscious, and then he went and sang Wonderwall with a bunch of fans. Bro, that is tough. It genuinely does not get bigger than that. Oh, yes, it can. With Paddy's statement win on July 11th, many fans are calling for the most obvious fight the UFC can make, which is Paddy Pimblett versus Ilia Topuria. The lore of this fight has been cooking for 5 years now, and if you want to see the full breakdown, I made a video about it. But just know that these two absolutely hate each other and have it publicly known through interviews, tweets, and even face-to-face altercations. After Ilya's lightweight title win at UFC 317 last year, the two actually had a face-off in the octagon, and it was absolutely hilarious. Paddy Pimblett was calling Ilya a sausage. Ilya was saying he was going to put his balls on Paddy's forehead. It was absolute cinema. At the time, Ilya was a crazy, overwhelming favorite against Paddy, but now with Ilya coming off a crushing defeat and Paddy coming off an impressive win, those odds could look a lot closer. I personally think I would still take Ilya, but this fight is way more interesting than it was a year ago, considering the circumstances right now. All in all, Paddy Pimblett has a chance to be the biggest star in the sport, and the face of the UFC now, given every other superstar is losing. And if he and Ilya actually fight and he somehow beats Ilya Topuria, he would genuinely touch heights of superstardom that Conor McGregor was reaching. I actually believe that. Paddy Pimblett already has a lot of fans and supporters. If he has another statement win against a notable guy like Ilya Topuria, a former two-time champion, Paddy Pimblett will be getting his first undisputed title shot after that, no questions asked, and so many people will be cheering him on, it's not even funny. If he beats Ilya, he'd probably shoot up to top 5 on the pound for pound list, I'm not even kidding. Paddy Pimblett in the top 5 pound for pound if he beats Ilya Topuria, without a doubt. That would be his most impressive win, obviously, by far, and it would guarantee him another title shot, whether that's against Justin Gaethje or whoever else has the belt at that time. Well, what do you guys think? Is Paddy Pimblett the biggest star in the sport right now? Do you guys even like Paddy? Let me know what you guys think, and check out this video right here where I break down Paddy Pimblett's next fight against Ilya Topuria.